right? So we used to see period. Period means what? Period means generally we used to see sin x period is 2 pi and tan period is pi and so on. So every function actually it will take same shape after certain interval. The same shape and same value at what point the function actually taking, that is we are going to measure in terms of length. That particular length is nothing but a period. For instance, if you see sin x, we used to say sin x period is 2 pi. So how we got that 2 pi? Because of the definition. If you take sin x function, this is sin x function, right? This is 0, pi, 2 pi, 3 pi and so on, right? 4 pi, something like this. So this function actually have this particular shape at this point, at this particular point. The same shape you can find here also. The same shape even you can find here also. So many places the same shape you can get for this particular function because it is a continuous function. But so this is the actually that it is very first and after certain interval this fellow actually given the same shape and as well as it is the first person. It is a second person. Thereafter you may get even third person also and so on. But we have to see the very first person. From this point, the same value and the same shape whatever you are getting, we have to measure this length. The length between 0 to 2 pi is 2 pi. Therefore, we can say the sin x period length is, period is 2 pi. So you may have 4 pi, you may have 3 pi, 6 pi and so on, but we are not considering, but we have to see that very first value. And at the same time, same shape after a certain interval. So we have to measure. That is nothing but a period. But without drawing these all the figures, because we know that the sin x function graph you know very well. In case if you don't know the graph of any particular function, but still if you want to find period of a given function, you can find by having this formula. F of x plus t is equal to f of x. So here t is actually period. So here t actually going to discuss, will give you actually period, and remember period is nothing but a length. So from this, even though you don't know the graph, you can find so that given function period. Here actually we have to find the value of t because t is period, right? And here are two important things we have to notice. T depends on x, t does not depends on x. Does not depends on x. If t depends x, then there is no period. T does not depend x, then we can calculate period. So for example, whenever you take a function and when you are finding the value of t by using this formula, if t depends on x, then you can say that the given function has no period. That means what? The same shape with the same value you won't get. Otherwise you will get it. For example, if you want to see for this function, so sin x is our f of x. So if you want to use this formula, f of x plus t is nothing but sin of x plus t. According to the formula, we have to equate these two things. Nothing but sin of x plus t is equal to sin x, or sin of x plus t minus sin x equal to 0. So we know that sin a minus sin b. Sin a minus sin b is nothing but 2 times cos a plus b by 2 sin a minus b by 2 equal to 0. This 2 if goes to other side, 0 by 2 is anyway 0, and x into x is 2x. So cos 2x plus t whole by 2 sin xx get cancelled, t by 2 equal to 0. So we have to notice one important point here. What is that? Whenever you see two numbers product is 0, any one of the fellow must be 0. Either both or any one of the fellow. That means cos 2x plus t by 2 is 0, or sin t by 2 is 0. We know that if it is 0, we very clearly we know that the cos is 0 when odd multiple of pi by 2. Cos is 0 only for odd multiple of pi by 2. So if you compare So 2x plus t by 2 is nothing but 2n plus 1 into pi by 2, and 2 get cancelled, and t is nothing but 2n plus 1 into pi, and I'm going to take this 2x to other side, minus 2x. So what actually algorithm says, whenever you are finding the value of t not supposed to depend on x. T depended on x. If you know x value, then only you will come to know the value of the t. At this case, we cannot discuss about period. Now you may get a doubt. The sin x has period now, so how can you say there is no period now? See, we have another part also. That is sin t by 2 equal to 0. If you take this value, sin t by 2 is 0. In the place of 0, I can write sin n pi. Because for any value of n, sin n pi gives 0. By comparison, we can understand t by 2 equal to n pi or t equal to 2n pi. This is free from x. Since there is no x here, we can say that this function has a period. And n is what actually? 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. If you give x n by 1, so you are going to get 2 pi. If you give n by 2, you are going to get 4 pi and 6 pi and so on. Even in the figure also I just mentioned 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi also gives the same shape and same value, but we have to take the very first value. So here very first value is 2 pi. In this way we can conclude the sin x period is 2 pi. What I want to tell you, whatever function you have, you can find period without making a graph by using f of x plus t equal to f of x, where t is period, and use whatever formulas are applicable. I hope you got it.